What's up everybody, it's Amaya. Today's video is going to be the first video in my makeup collection and storage in-depth series. I'm going to be going through all of my drawers. I have 10 drawers that hold up my vanity right here, and I'm going to be going through each and every one and showing you every single product that's in it, telling you my opinion on every product and that sort of thing. I did a whole makeup collection and storage video where I just kind of breezed through everything and showed you my whole vanity. I'm going to link that down below if you guys want to just see what is in every drawer. And I am going to be going in order of the top drawer to the bottom drawer, and I'm starting on the left side over here. The left of the vanity, but my right hand side. The first drawer is my blush, bronzer, and highlighter, and because there is so many in each of those bins, I decided to separate it into 3 separate videos. All of the other drawers I'm going to try to make one video, but this one I really did have to separate, otherwise we'd be here for a very long time. So yeah, today's video is going to be on my blushes. I'm going to be showing you every single one of them, swatching them, telling you what I like about them, what I don't, and just sort of giving you a little in-depth review of my collection. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop into the video. Okay, so today we are going to be starting with my blush drawer, and the reason why we are not doing this whole drawer is because, as you guys can see, I have lots of products in lots of drawers, and if I went through all of these today, we'd be here for a lot of hours. So I am going to divide this drawer up into 3 different parts, but all my other drawers will probably just be one drawer. This is just the drawer that I have the most in, and we're going to start with blush because it's 1 at the top, and 2, it's just the one I have the most in. So, as I explained in my video about my organization, is that these are just little containers that I found that fit in here. They're usually stacked on top of each other, but I'm just using them for storage. I also said I like keeping my things in bins because I like being able to just dig through and throw stuff in there. If I wanted to organize them in all little things like this, I could, but that'd take a long time and a lot of money, so this is a little bit cheaper. First thing about me is I don't really like blush that much, and I always feel like I have the same blush, or I don't have a whole lot of blush, but yet I have the most of blush out of any of these. So, yeah, that's a little bit of an issue. Also, I have a drawer that has my face palettes in it, so I'm not going to be showing you any blush palettes in here, just single blushes. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing I have on here is this Physicians Formula. What is this? This is the Shimmer Strips, and this is in Malibu Strip. It says it's a pink sand bronzer. So it has this really nice clear packaging. I just got this not too long ago, and it is really pretty. I've been using it so much. Look at that. Look at that. That is so pretty. It's like almost like a bronzy pink shade, but I have been using it as a blush. Looks much more orange, but I've been using it as a blush, and I can concentrate more on like those 2 shades up there and get more of like a pinky color, or I can go down here and get more of like a bronzy color. So I really like this a lot. I want to get the other one. I think it's, I don't know, Miami Strip. I want to get that one too, but this one I really like. It's really nice and pink toned, and I've been using it a lot lately. Okay, so the next thing in here is this City Color Be Matte Blush, and this is in the shade Papaya. So I actually broke this, so I'm really sad so it doesn't like close. But I saw these at Five Below, and I was like, oh my god, those look so cool, and they were only like $5. But this is what it looks like. It's a really pretty like nude peach color, and it is so pigmented, but it is very matte. So there's a swatch of it for you guys right there. As you can see, it's like a really pretty like peachy nude color, and I really like it. It's a gorgeous shade. It's like a nice everyday shade, but it is matte, and I definitely think it's worth $5, but I don't use it that often because I prefer like shimmery blushes or ones that have more of a sheen. Okay, next one that we have that is very similar, if you guys can see, is the Makeup Revolution the Matte Blush. This is in the shade Beloved. So online this looked more of like a nude pink. It looked very similar to the Be Matte blush, but as you can see, they are quite different. This one has a bit more of a, like I don't know how to explain it, like a brighter pink to it. It's just brighter. This one's more muted, but they are very similar in packaging. So this one feels almost exactly the same. It's that same very smooth, buttery, matte quality. If I can show you a swatch there. So yeah, it's like a very pretty bright pop of pink. I actually did use this the other day for the first time because I did just get this for Christmas. I actually really liked it when I went in with a light hand, and then I put the Physicians Formula strips over it. Next in here I have this Kat Von D Shade and Light blush. I don't believe they sell these anymore. No, I don't think they do. Yeah, they don't sell these anymore. This is in the shade Hansel and Gretel. I actually found this at TJ Maxx. It was like $6. That's a pretty good price if I do say so myself. So the reason why I liked it so much is because of these colors. You have this like peachy shade right here and then this more like mauve-y tone, so you can kind of use them on its own like that. And as you can see, one's very fair. And these are also very matte. Or you can kind of mix them together and get like a mid-tone peach, like that one right there. Okie dokie, moving along. So now I have, you guys will probably recognize this. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in the shade Rosé Champagne. So I really like the Wet n Wild blushes. One, because you get a big pan, and two, because you can see the color. And this shade is just a gorgeous shade, and it does have a little bit of shimmer to it. So as you guys can see right there, it does have a little bit of a sheen to it right up here. I love this so much. I've used it for the longest time. I think I even put it in like my favorite blush of 2016 and my like ride or die, because it is so beautiful. You can use it with literally any look. It'll look good with a dark look, a nude look, a pink look, purple look, blue look. It's literally the most versatile blush, so I really highly recommend this if you like shimmery blushes but you're looking for something neutral and not too bronzy, because I know a lot of times shimmery blushes can be bronzy and this one is not. Okay, moving along. So this is a new blush that I just picked up actually yesterday. This is the Essence Silky Touch blush in the shade Adorable. Essence was like buy one get one 50% off at my Ulta, so I decided to pick it up because I've been wanting to try it. Either way, it's only like $2. But that is such a cute shade, right? It's like a really pretty pink shade. So this is what it looks like. I mean, it swatches pretty well. I don't like my blushes too pigmented, but I do like them to have a good amount of pigment. So that's what it looks like swatched. As you can see, it doesn't swatch the best. It doesn't swatch like the other ones do. But I don't think that'll be an issue, because I think once you put it on, you won't really be able to tell that. This is a sample that I got of NARS Orgasm Blush, and I was like so intrigued because it's an actual like sample of it. But I used it like once or twice and decided I hated it because I love shimmery blushes, but this one is like glittery. I don't like the glitteriness. It's a gorgeous shade. As you can see, it has that like gold reflect, and it actually, one that's very similar to this is Rosé Spritz from the Champagne Glow collection, like the Champagne Glow palette. So I feel like that's why I don't necessarily use something like this, because I have something that's better. This is a blush and bronzer palette from Coastal Scents that I just got in my Ipsy and Birchbox, and I decided to put it in with my blushes because the bronzer is like a highlighter. So I decided it went more with blushes, and I really liked this blush a lot. I thought it was very pigmented, very smooth. It did have that nice sheen to it, so I did like that. So I am going to try this out. I haven't gotten a chance to yet, but it's like a nice corally pink. That's a little dark for me for right now, but I can probably make it work if I use a light hand. Next I have the Cindy Luminizer, and I know this is technically a highlight, but I keep it with my blushes because for me it is not a highlight. It is like a really pretty nudish pink color, and it is very shimmery, and I really like that because it is technically a highlighter. It has a really nice shimmer to it. This is my favorite blush for the springtime because I am very fair in the spring, and it's so bright and pink and gorgeous but still nude. I just love it so much. This is just a new addition actually. This is one of the matte blush duos. This is in Soft and Subtle, and this is from e.l.f. So it's one of these little duos. I don't normally love the e.l.f. blushes that come in the little duos and stuff like that. I like them better as singles, but these ones are actually really stunning. One is like a more like mauve-y nude sort of shade, and the other one is more of like a brownish yellowy peach color, and these mixed together look so pretty. And even though they're matte, they don't look flat, you know what I mean? Because they have such a nice nude shade, they really do have a good, I don't know, color to them. Oh my god, it matches my nail. So next I have this e.l.f. blush, speaking of e.l.f. blushes, and this is in the shade Sweet Retreat. So as you can see, this is a very well-loved blush. I've hit pan on it, and that's rare. I've had this for a few years now. Here's it up here. It's still one of my favorite blushes. Like, it's just like the perfect shade. I bring this whenever I go to do people's makeup and I don't really know what they're gonna want, because this will literally go with any look. And it's matte, so it goes with pretty much all skin types. They can all wear it, and it just applies so smoothly and so gorgeous. I don't know, it's just it's a staple that you should have. Okay, this one is from Colourpop. This is in the shade Birthday Suit. As for the Colourpop blushes, I pretty much never use them, only because they're just kind of a hassle. So you can definitely use these with a brush. I like using them with a stipple brush. It picks up the product nice, but I mean, I don't know. They're just kind of a hassle to use. I don't really think about using them. But they are nice blushes. I think they're not the best you can get from the drugstore or drugstore price range. I think you can get a lot better from the actual drugstore. But it's alright. I have a few more Colourpop blushes right here. I have two more, three more. One is in the shade Trickery, and this one is actually my favorite, which is surprising because it's not a color I would ever really wear. It's like this bright sort of like papaya color, and it just adds a really nice pop to the cheeks when you do use it. So I do actually use this one a lot. I use it in the summer quite a few times, not on camera, but off camera I did use it quite a few times. This one is in the shade Prenup, and it is almost the same thing as Birthday Suit, except I feel like this one has a little bit more of a shimmer to it. It's like a really pretty mauve-y, purpley toned. If you like purpley toned blushes, definitely look into Colourpop, because I feel like most of their blushes are like a purpley tone. They don't really have any like pink, like nude shades. They have mostly like purpley shades like this. So it is really pretty. It has a nice shimmer to it. I just don't end up using these colors so much because they can look a little bruised on me, you know what I mean? And then the last one is Most Necessary, and this is actually a highlight, but I keep it with my blushes because if you ever thought this was gonna be a highlight on me, you crazy. So I did actually use this one a ton during the summer because it is so gorgeous if you're going for a very bronzy, very glowy look and you want that sort of orangey bronzy. It's very similar to the shimmer strips. Let me actually swatch them side by side. Yeah, they're very similar. This one's just a bit more of an orangey color, but it is very gorgeous. It has almost like a slight duochrome, I feel like, too, like a slight pink duochrome to it. I don't know, maybe I'm just imagining it. So this is the Seraphine Botanicals Happy Hibiscus Blush, and I did use this one a few times over the summer too, because that was really the only time that I was dark enough to wear it. So you can see it's very similar to like the Colourpop one. It's that reddish, brownish color, and it does have a nice shimmer to it, which I do like. As you can see, there's a theme going on with shimmery blushes here. But again, it's more of a summer shade. I don't really see myself using it in the winter as much because I'm a little too light. Okay, next is this Bella Pierre Coral Cheek and Lip Stain. It's in the shade Coral. I think that's the shade. So this is a cream blush, which I keep it with the powder blushes because it doesn't fit where like I put on my other cream blushes. I haven't really ever used this too much. One, because I can't seem to get into cream blushes. They're just another extra step where if I'm feeling like I want to be like very natural that day, I will use a cream blush. But for the most part, it's just easier to kind of grab a powder blush and swirl it on. But it is a pretty color. Maybe I'll try this more. Now that I remembered I had this, maybe I'll try this more. I kind of forgot I had it. Okay, this is the Cargo Blush in the shade Bali. This, oh my god. I love this so much. It's almost like a purpley pink color, and it has a slight duochrome to it. Can you guys see that? Like a slight like purpley duochrome. But oh my god, it's gorgeous. So a lot of people say don't go with a blush that has any sort of silvery shimmer to it. And I feel like even though this one doesn't have a gold shimmer, it's not necessarily silver either. But it does have a slight shimmer to it. I really like this. You would think it would turn up very purpley and almost bruised looking on the face, but it doesn't. It gives a really nice flushed pink look, which I really like. And then this is a NYX blush in the shade Ethereal. Ah!
Yes, ma'am.
I threw it halfway across the room.
Why'd you do that?
I don't know.
It's because you missed me.
Anyways, NYX blush in the shade Ethereal. Oh, there we go. So, I heard a lot about these blushes, so I wanted to try one out. And I have to say, I've used it a few times, and it's a cute color. I like the packaging of it. I don't know, I just think that looks really cute with like little like studs. I don't know. I think it's cute. But it does have a nice shimmer to it. I haven't played around with it too much because whenever I see it, I'm like, it's very bright. It does have a slight bit of glitter to it. Maybe that's what keeps turning me off from using it. But it's not a bad blush. Okay, this is a little sample, and this is Hot Mama blush from the Balm. This one, oh my god.
It's a hot mama.
Mm-hmm. It's like NARS Orgasm, but like how NARS Orgasm wishes it could look. This is what NARS Orgasm wishes it could be, because it's not chunky, it's not glittery, but it has that gorgeous like gold duochrome where if you wear this in the summer, or if you have like a really nice bronzy look on, you just turn your face, you're gonna see that like gold shine. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. I haven't tried this out too much, only because I haven't been into like those like super bronzy looks, because you know it's a little wintry, but oh, it's so pretty. This is the Frat Boy blush by the Balm. I've used this one a lot more because I got it a while ago, but it is a gorgeous peachy pink shade. I really like this. It does give a beautiful like flush to the cheeks. It's very natural, very girly, very pretty. I think it's gorgeous. This is a Sephora blush sample. I don't know what the shade is. It's one of the Sephora matte blushes, and it's a very orangey shade. I haven't used it a whole lot because of that reason. It's a little too neon, a little too bright for me, but I keep it just in case I ever need like a neon sort of orangey peach blush. So these are these My Couture blush papers. So you're supposed to like tear it off and then rub it on your cheek. I have not had the courage to try this yet because I'm a little scared that I'm just gonna rub my makeup off or it's not gonna work. But I want to try this. Should I do like a first impressions? I feel like I should. Okay, so this is an NYC Trio Cheek Glow in the shade Psychedelic Trio. This is what it looks like. I've had this forever. It's like the first blush I ever bought. And it's not bad, but it's not great either. That's pretty much all I have to say about it. You couldn't use these colors like individually, or you can mix them together, but I mean, as you can see, swatch, they don't do much, but it's not horrible. Okay, this is another e.l.f. mineral blush, and this is in the shade Jet Setter. For a while, I was really loving this formula of blush. Ooh. This is a more like purpley sort of rosy tone, but I don't end up using it that much because it can make me look a little bruised. As you can see, that's almost like a nice, it's a nice bruise color actually. It's a little too dark, but if I am a little bit more tan and I am going for that sort of like cool toned look, I will use this. I just don't end up reaching for it as much because of that, and it's really hard to get open. It drives me nuts. And then the last mineral blush that I have from e.l.f. is this Cabo Cabana one, and this one has a little bit of glitter in it, but on the cheeks you can't see the glitter. I love mixing this one and Sweet Retreat together. I love mixing these two together because you get like a really pretty peachy pink sort of color. This is one of those My Couture, another one of those blush papers right here from My Couture. So that is another shade. This is an e.l.f. baked blush, and this is in the shade Passion Pink. The e.l.f. baked blushes, they're actually pretty good. I like them. I know some people don't like them, some people do. I personally really like them. I think they're gorgeous. They don't pack too much pigment, but they do add a gorgeous like natural sort of sheen. This one is more of a purpley pink. I have this one in the shade Peachy Cheeky, which this one is more of a, this is like the less pigmented one. Oops. This is more of a like nude sort of peachy color. As you can see, they're both very shimmery, but they're not glittery, which I love. So I do like these. I need to reach for them more because they are gorgeous. This is a Monica Dar Fantasy blush, and I actually have to repair this. I got this broken in my Ipsy a long time ago. Let me see if I can open it without splattering it everywhere. So yeah, this shade though, Fantasy, oh my god, I have it in another version. But Fantasy from Monica Dar is literally like my favorite blush shade of all time. It's like a really pretty, very metallic, nude, brownish pink sort of color. It just looks so stunning on the cheeks. Look at my finger. Look how pigmented that is. I have it right here. And this is actually the first thing that got me featured on Instagram on their website. So I kind of have a special place in my heart. I really like it. As you can see, that's the same thing, just not broken. Okay, so I have a bunch of e.l.f. What are these? Just the e.l.f. blushes? I forget what these are called. Just the e.l.f. blushes. So this one is in the shade Blushing Rose. It's more of a purpley color, as you can see here. A lot of people don't like these because they say they're very dry, but I don't find any of mine to be very dry. I find mine actually to be quite pigmented. This one is in the shade Mellow Mauve. This one has been used quite a bit. This one's more of, as you can see, like a mauve-y sort of brownish color. This one is in the shade Tickled Pink. This one is a very like pinky peach sort of color. As you can see, it's not really showing up much there. It's a very like light pink color. This one's more of a wintry shade for me. This one is in the shade Berry Mary. This is actually a new addition to my collection. I got it. And I actually liked this one a lot. It's not a berry color, I have to say that. I don't know why it's called Berry Mary, because it's very similar to Tickled Pink in the fact that it's that same sort of brownish color, but it does have a little bit more of like a purpley in it, but just barely. It's a really gorgeous color, as you can see. Like, I think that's really pretty. And the last one is, I think this one might be my favorite. This is in the shade, oh, the shade got ripped off. I forget what this is. Something peach, I feel like. But it's like a really pretty peach shade. I'll put it on the screen right here what the name is. Almost done, you guys. Oh my god. I'm so glad into this whole drawer. This video would literally be an hour long. So this is the Bella Pierre Illuminating Bronzer, but it's definitely not a bronzer. It's in the shade Peony. And oh my god. This is my like go-to summer goddess color. Like, how is that a bronzer? First of all, like, someone tell me, please. But look at that. Like, so that is the blush I will be wearing every day of the summer. It's the blush I wore every single day in the summer. It is the most spectacular blush highlighter sort of thing. It's so metallic and so gorgeous, but not glittery, and I really love it. And then the last one is this Pixie by Petra Rose Gold Beauty Blush Duo. The blush in here is actually kind of crappy. Like, as you can see, there's like no pigment to it at all, but the highlighter in here, that's a different story. That one is white. It's like a whitish gold sort of shade, so I don't reach for it too much just because it has that like sort of yellowy gold tint, but I keep it in the blushes because sometimes I will mix it together and get like a peachy pink sort of thing. But it is a blush duo. So that's it for this video, you guys. I hope you guys like it. Please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Let me know what drawer you're most excited to see, what products you really want me to do. Maybe I'll skip ahead a drawer if you guys really want to see a certain kind. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah.